Hi everybody, this is Forrest for Faulty Lid, and today we're going to be talking about what I believe are the top 5 heroes to carry solo queue competitive matches with. In order to label a hero a good carry hero, I'm looking for 3 specific qualities. Versatility, the ability to be placed in many situations and perform well. Independence, the ability to have individual success that's not too dependent on the team's success. And a potential for great impact. That hero has the tools to provide immense value that can carry individual fights. The 5 best carry heroes fall into 2 categories, the flankers and the brawlers, and we're going to go over the flankers first. All of these heroes are listed in no particular order. They are all good carry heroes in the right hands. These 3 heroes are Pharah, Genji, and Tracer. They're independent. They create lose-lose scenarios for the enemy team where they have to choose between focusing the flanker and focusing the rest of the team, and they are difficult to kill and just deal with in general without good aiming mechanics. Let's talk about Pharah first. Pharah is an absolute nightmare to lower ranks. Her presence alone can provide immense value, and she can literally make teams tilt if hit scans can't consistently take her out of the sky early and often. She's one of the few heroes on this list that dictates the enemy team's team comp to them. If you don't run a hit scan against Pharah of some sort to at least keep her in check, then she will eat your team alive. When played with a siege style of chipping away from far and then having these opportunistic dives that launch onto your team and can two-shot any 200 HP hero, Pharah can dominate a game. And on maps with a lot of vertical geometry for her to hide behind, she's a nightmare to deal with. Our next hero on this list is Genji, and I think if you faced a good Genji, you know why he's on this list. A good Genji can dominate games. They can get anywhere using their mobility, and their Dragon Blades can just straight up carry fights with or without a nano boost. Because Genji can operate away from the team and get kills onto the enemy backline, he fits our qualifications for being a top 5 carry hero. Tracer is also a top 5 carry hero because she can get anywhere she wants and fight anyone, kind of like Genji can. Her pulse bomb is also available just about every fight, so if you get good at landing those, then you now have 6v5 scenarios at will. All 3 of these flankers are huge distractions and huge pains to deal with. When played at a high level, I think these 3 heroes are some of the best to carry with in the entire game. The other category of heroes that fill out the rest of our top 5 are the brawlers, and these heroes have the qualities of being survivable, always fighting, and they are team dependent, but they're not super team dependent given their large health pool. Our last 2 heroes in the top 5 carry heroes for solo queue are Roadhog and Zarya. I think it's really simple and intuitive to understand why Roadhog is on this list. His hooks can create a man advantage, and he has the potential to start every fight 6v5. That alone is enough to get you to win a ton of fights. But if you think about it like this, if you can get 2 hook kills per fight, then you're basically hard carrying for your team. It's very difficult to lose when it's a 6-on-4 scenario. Not only can Roadhog get picks, but his picks are also a great initiator for the fight. Because he can initiate and get picks, he is a top 5 carry hero in Overwatch. Our other brawler on this top 5 list is Zarya because she can save teammates and output crazy DPS when she's at high charge. A good Zarya who can land the right bubbles to save teammates and keep herself at very high charge is going to be getting gravitons like crazy, and those gravitons are free teamfight wins. If you build a ton of them, then you can carry a ton of teamfights on your own. So not only can you provide tons of value in a normal teamfight, but every now and then, if you're really good at every other team fight, you can launch this graviton surge that just takes out the whole fight and wins it for your team. Of the top 5 carry heroes, Roadhog and Zarya are probably the easiest to play. I highly recommend either learning one or both of them in order to have a go-to off tank that you know you can carry games with. I made this list because when we're playing solo queue, it's very important that we play a hero that is independent and can provide enough value to win a game with random teammates versus random enemies. However, I don't really want to stop there. Let's go over a few other possible carry candidates, and we're going to talk about why they're good and why they're bad. The first two heroes that we're going to talk about that are also possible carry candidates are McCree and Soldier. Now, played at a high level, both McCree and Soldier are 100% capable of carrying games. However, they don't break into our top 5 because both heroes require teams setting them up with the proper spacing in order to do their job. Soldier, of course, has some mobility, but McCree and Soldier both require holding some kind of ground and shooting from it in order to be at their most effective. Because they're squishy and because they hold down a space and shoot out of it, they're going to need help from their teammates in order to create and hold that space. This is why they can't be a top 5 carry hero, even though they are very good selections if you want to carry a game. Just keep in mind, if your team's being dove from multiple angles at once, these heroes really start to show why they need their team's help in order to make them work. Another two candidates for carrying are Hanzo and Widowmaker. Again, both of these heroes in good mechanical hands are completely capable of carrying matches. The reason I don't put them in the top 5 is because I think it's very difficult to carry with them. Due to the existence of Winston and D.Va in this game, I think it's also easier to counter Hanzo and Widowmaker than it is to counter the 3 flankers we talked about earlier. So yes, Hanzo and Widowmaker are very capable of carrying a match, it's just difficult to do so, and you might get some grief from your teammates just from picking them at the selection screen. Another possible carry hero that we're going to talk about is Mei. Now, Mei is great for creating focus fire in solo queue. Seeing a frozen target is just like a beacon for players to shoot at them and get a free kill and get some ult charge. With well-placed walls that split teams apart, Mei can carry games on her own with very little cooperation from her team. The only reason Mei doesn't make a top 5 list is because she's kind of situational. She's great for carrying on a Hanamura defense, but not so great on maps where she can't abuse choke points with her walls. Just for comparison's sake, I want to talk about Bastion and Sombra for a second. I think both of these heroes are very capable of carrying a match as well. Now, what makes these two heroes different from the 5 solo carry heroes we talked about at the beginning of this video is that Bastion and Sombra require team supports more than just about any other carry hero in order for them to work. If Bastion doesn't get proper shielding, proper peeling, and proper healing, then he's just not going to work very well, no matter what your aim is and how smart you play it. The same can be said about Sombra. If teams aren't capitalizing on EMPs and on key hacks, then Sombra is basically useless. So yes, these two heroes can carry, but they don't meet the qualifications of what we're talking about in this video. We want heroes that can carry and heroes that are almost foolproof no matter what our teammates are. The last thing we're going to talk about are the supports that I think are the best carry candidates. I believe all 3 single target healers are good carry heroes for supports. Ana, Zen, and Mercy all have their own way of taking a game over and winning it for their team. Mercy can make big reses, Zen can make big plays with his discords and DPS, and Ana can of course sleep people, grenade people, and dish out massive burst healing. I think for solo queue carry purposes, none of the supports really pushes themselves above another at every single skill level. And what I mean by that is, at lower skill tiers, I think Mercy is the best carry hero because her reses can be game changing. And at higher skill levels, I think Ana and Zen are the best carry heroes because DPS matters a lot in the deathmatchy solo queue style, and Ana's grenades and sleep darts can just make massive plays. So it really depends on where you are on the ladder and your skill with the individual support heroes as to which one is the best carry hero. That being said, I do think that the 3 single target healers are the best to rank up with, are the best to carry games with, and Lucio, at least in his current state before he gets this patch, is not as good. That's gonna do it for this video. I hope this list helps you understand what makes a good carry hero, and it helps you rank up in the volatile deathmatch that is Overwatch solo queue competitive. If you enjoyed the video, and I hope you did, please like and subscribe to get more Overwatch content. This has been Forrest for Faulty Lid, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.